Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. Thanks for joining me. Happy Wednesday, I guess it is. Boy, as this week has gone on, it has become increasingly busier for me. I believe it's a short week at work. I think it's Good Friday coming up. Yep, I said it. I said Good Friday. I didn't say Spring Friday. I said Good Friday. What's wrong with saying Good Friday? Right? Everybody likes a Good Friday. Anyways, not to get, into the mire, but I think we have Friday off. I hope you do too. I hope you have a long weekend coming up. Chad does not. Chad will be working straight through the weekend. He's got a lot of things to do for me. In fact, one of his main things is to do some research on a bottle brush. I need a new bottle brush. Not a baby bottle brush, but something like that. And I'm going to send Chad off to the races and let him compile a minimum of 30 different bottle brushes that I can choose from. I want them ranked by price. I'll come up with a bunch of stuff for him to keep him busy. He's happy that way. Hope you're all doing well. It's still raining. We are in a muddy mire. Last time we were together, things were going south quickly. Hasn't gotten any better. I was able to deliver our trailer load of forage. I guess some may refer to it as chaff, if I'm not mistaken. We are at, what are we at? 68%. It's hard to read there. There we go. 68%. I don't know, do you all see? I find that a little difficult to read when it's up in the white letters in the bright sky. That's a little better. I'm getting old, what can I say? 68%. We still have some, what we probably should do is, let me move time. Let me advance time a smidge. I think the weatherman or woman is... I actually trust weather women, by the way, more than weather men. It's a long story. We'll get into it at some point. It should stop raining here shortly. Unfortunately, even when it stops raining, I believe the mud mod says enjoy mud for an additional hour, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of mods, actually, before I get into that, want to welcome, hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly, Harris Remus. Thank you for your subscription. Very much appreciate that, Harris. Yeah, we are... Boy, I lost my train of thought right there. I just got so excited about having a new subscriber, I guess. Anyways, I guess the mud mod is going to extend it a bit. We'll see what happens. That being said, we're going to try and get this thing knocked out. Look at some other contracts for this month. Onward and upward. But speaking of mods, our friend Mr. Squiggles came out with a mod today. Sky is clearing. Our friend Mr. Squiggles. Boy, that wind is whipping. Look at that wind just whipping. Holy cow. We would call that gusty, I believe. That is a gusty breeze. Mr. Squiggles came out with a mod today called the Enhanced Water Mod. Now, in theory, it might seem a little cheaty, but in theory, it sounds really cool. Basically, it's going to you treat water the way you would fertilizer, right? So from what I can tell, there's not a lot of explanation going on here. You fill a sprayer with water instead of fertilizer and off to the races. I could not get it to work. On this map, I tried a fresh Elm Creek. I couldn't get it to work. If any of you have any ideas or want to try it, maybe you can let me know how you got it to work. I tried a few different things. I, of course, initially looked at just sprayers. Was thinking the little water symbol would be added. It wasn't, but I still tried to fill them with water, and they would not fill with water. I tried these sprayers. Could not get them to fill with water. Then I thought, oh, wait a minute. Maybe Squiggles gave us something that we have to put down. Well, I couldn't find anything. So, let me know what I'm missing. Or is it just not working? It's not crossplay from what I can tell. It looks like it's a bit of a scripting mod. So if you can, I would love to know your thoughts on that. Let's see if we can finish this off. Let's get working so I can yap. Probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. Oh, no. we're still a little muddy. Let's get a running start. That usually helps. Unless I stop it. Running start? Yeah, running start usually helps a touch. Let me do the old real working speed mod. I think we're going to need all the help we can get here. So, besides the squiggles mod, it looked like there was a nice update to the Case IH Steiger from Carl Farms, I believe. I really like that tractor. I need to maybe get that thing activated on this map. I also need to look at my mod list out on the Discord server and maybe update that as well. I think I might be... My idea is always to add mods to the list as I use them so that you all know where to find them. So if you see one in the video, you can say, oh, I know where I can go to find out more about that, the Discord server. That's the idea. That's the concept, so to speak. I appreciate TBG for that idea and for helping me get that set up. So getting into this thing, we are going to do our best, as always, to continue to expand our farm. We have a lovely crop of sorghum that is growing. We fertilized. Jeffrey made a good point, and that is if I can't get skinny tires for the old pull behind sprayer, maybe we should consider grabbing a 3-point sprayer, a hitch sprayer, that you're not pulling around with tires to avoid those crop destruction tram lines that we're dealing with. So we might end up doing that, especially as the further we go and getting more fields. That crop destruction may not do a lot for smaller fields, but I think it could add up if you have several larger fields. We might as well take advantage of being out this way. Oh, I'm going to hit that tree. Oh, I did. And let's go ahead and grab this little bit that's up here. Hopefully our field is drying out a little bit. What a difference that mud mod makes though, right? When it's raining. I mean, typically I would just, wouldn't care. But it definitely made the field much more hazardous to navigate during that little rainstorm we had. I seem to remember looking and seeing the rain was going to last till like 10 or 11. I'm okay with it though. Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. I don't even know if there's more to that poem. My apologies. I have not been out on Discord, nor have I really been looking at the comments. If you've left comments and you haven't gotten a response, I apologize. It's just become a busy week. We are shorthanded. We are interviewing, so that's been another really fun thing. If you have never been involved in an interview process, as far as doing the interviewing, I don't find it particularly pleasant. It can depend on the person you're interviewing, but in general, I don't find the interviewing process particularly a pleasant one, especially if things don't go well early on in the process. You kind of just want to be like, it would be nice just to be able to say like 10 minutes in and just be like, hey man, look, this ain't working. Can we just call it? I mean, wouldn't you rather, as a person being interviewed, wouldn't you rather just want to know that straight up front instead of spending 45 minutes or an hour, being asked a bunch of questions, and only for really the people that are asking you the questions sitting there going, this ain't gonna work. This person's not qualified, or personality or something like that. I don't know. That's just me. I'm a straightforward kind of dude where it's like, you know, not everybody has to like everybody. Not everybody's a perfect fit everywhere. It's okay to not be a perfect fit because you will be a perfect fit somewhere. You know, places I might be, there's a lot of places I wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just yapping to yap. I saw today on my Steam account that South Park, a new game, I guess, Snow Day, came out. I played The Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. I believe that was the first one, wasn't it? The Stick of Truth. I quite enjoyed those games. I thought they were pretty fun. You know, if you're a South Park fan, I think you wouldn't be disappointed with either one of those games. That being said, this Snow Day one, not really for me. I think it's one of those turn-based, you know, it reminds me of an iOS or an Android game. Like, oh, I got a hero card, or I got a special potion card, and then you just take turns taking shots at people, and it's not really my type of thing. I don't know. I know people that are into those. I'm not particularly. It had mixed. It was rated as mixed as far as reviews on it. So I'm assuming it's either buggy or people just are comparing it to the other South Park games, and it's just not what maybe some people were expecting. It's a little less expensive. It's still $30. I mean, that's not cheap. $30. I remember the days when $30, even less than 30, but when $30 was the price of a game. Nowadays, it's nothing to even, you know, sneeze at. Wow, this thing took off on me. Nothing to sneeze at to spend $80 or $90 for a special edition. It's insanity, you know. And of course, you know, anytime I say, you know, my kids want a new game, they don't want the default game. You know, the base game. No way. It's got to be the, you know, super deluxe game because, Dad, it includes bonus skins, you know, or you get this little sticker, or you get something special in the game that's digital and you'll never be able to hold in your hand. But it's totally worth the extra $20 or $30, you know. But honestly, and they're not around to hear this, I'm that way with Farming Simulator. I mean, come on. Giants right now could release a virtual sticker pack for the game for like $5 or $10 and be like, hey, you can put these little stickers on your tractors, you know, like little bumper stickers. Oh, bumper stickers. Yeah, that's what we need. Honk if you like, you know, New Holland, or 1-800 how am I there'd be some nasty ones. If Giants did that, immediately there would be mods for some nasty bumper stickers. No question about it. What am I doing? We are so full, and I am so... Oh, man. I wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention at all to what I was just doing. How long have we been full? I'm afraid to ask. Oh boy. See, it's stuff like that you ruin a contract, right? All right, let's dump this trailer off. Let's dump this trailer off. There we go. Oh, I'm bummed. I wonder how long we were full. I just was not paying attention. I was watching the header. I get mesmerized by the forage header, sucking in all the crop, and yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. Shame on me. Where are we at, and where are we go? I think we need to go this way, I believe. But that would be an amazing addition to the game. Bumper stickers. Brad, you are definitely going the wrong way. You had a 50-50 chance there, and you did not nail it. There we go. Now we're heading in the... Oh, run over some crops. Beautiful. Rate my driving. I've seen some pretty funny bumper stickers. You guys, let me know what the funniest bumper sticker is you've seen. I would love to hear some of your funniest bumper stickers. I can almost guarantee that between Gen X, 10 Man, and TBG, possibly even Jeffrey, but Jeffrey seems like he's probably one of the more mature out of the group. But yeah, let me know what your favorite bumper sticker is. I've got some, but they're nasty. They're funny. They can be pretty funny. Wow. Yeah. Anyways. So y'all know, right? Microsoft Edge, the classic Microsoft Edge browser, the browser that replaced stinking Explorer, or as many people called Microsoft Exploder. Explorer was a horrible browser. It really was. I mean, ultimately, it was horrible. I think we can all agree on that. Internet Explorer. Wow. So Edge comes along, and I'm thinking Edge isn't bad. And I've used Edge now pretty much exclusively, except at work. But at home, I've been using Edge pretty much exclusively when I downgraded to Windows 11. Now, I have to be fair. It's been a really solid browser for me. And ultimately it is based on Chromium, which you may or may not know is the same browser build as Chrome, Google Chrome. Excuse me, Google Chrome, for me at least, has lost its edge, no pun intended. It has become just another bloated browser. It has always been a little bit on the bloated side, but it's only gotten worse. And I stopped using Chrome. I got fed up with it. So I went to Edge, and I've been really happy with it. So far, I've been pretty happy with it. It's not perfect, but I've been pretty happy with it. The one thing that it does that I can understand why it's doing it. I understand the concept and the thought behind it. But it oftentimes, when I go out to a mod site, or it could be any site, and you go to download a file, Edge will come up and say, hey, this file looks a little sketchy, might be dangerous. Do you want to keep it? And I'll be like, yep, let's download it anyways, and let's keep it. There's like 2 prompts you got to go through to convince Edge that you are smarter and know more of what you're doing than Edge does. And here's always been my problem with stuff like that, is it becomes very robotic for people. And what I have found over the years of being in technical arena is if you set up stuff like that, where more often than not, where the highest percentage, what's going on with my mirror? I have more than 2 mirrors set up. That's weird. Anyways, if you set up something like that and it's consistently warning people not to do something and they have to click allow, people are just going to stop paying attention. It's the same with like user license agreements. Nobody reads those stinking things. Do you remember the old days of Windows? Was it Vista or Windows 7? I think it was Vista when Microsoft first introduced the UAC, the user account control. You may not know what I'm talking about, but you will when I tell you what it is. It was that stupid pop-up you'd always get that was like, are you sure you want to launch this app? Are you sure you want to do this? It was that user account X, or user account control, I believe is what it stood for. And people just got to the point where they were just clicking yes. Like, just yes, you know? Like, don't bug me, yes. And that's what happens with these things. So they become so ineffective. They are more than ineffective because they're worse than ineffective because people become robotic to just say allow, that 9 times out of 10, there's a fence right there. Where are you going, Brad? What are you doing, buddy? Where are you going there, Chief? That people just say screw it. Yes, you know. That's my little rant. I haven't had a little rant in a while. But to me, it's just nonsense. It's silliness. And even when you tell it, Microsoft gives you a chance, like an Edge, you can say, report this as being, if you think this is a safe site. I'm constantly clicking on that, and I don't think it does anything. I think it's just another... Nope. There you go, Brett. I think it's just another make you feel good click, you know, that kind of thing. But that's my little... I had to unload that. Whoa. Hello. I think when you're dealing with this stuff on the day-to-day, sometimes you even wonder, like, you have to wonder, have you ever have you ever purchased, have you ever purchased something and you get it home, and it could even be software. In fact, this even came up with Farming Simulator when it was first released, with Farming Simulator 22. People were like, is anybody actually testing this stuff before they release it? Because there's like some seriously obvious problems here. And once in a while, I'll buy something and I'll ask myself, was this product like tested? Because there is no way, if it had any testing whatsoever, that it could have gotten past QC, right? I think we've all probably been there at some point or other in our lives. And I think a lot of times we see all these, you know, warnings. Everything I ever buy, it seems like there's always a warning, you know, don't, you know, and I have to constantly tell Chad, he loves plastic bags. He loves plastic bags. And I'm constantly telling him, you know, don't put it over your head. It's not meant, you know, to be a mask or anything. It's a choking hazard, Chad. I can't give him Legos. We had a bad incident the other day with Legos. He got his hands on some Legos, some old Legos I had in the closet. Next thing I knew, he was down and out for the count. He had one down his throat and one up his nose, so that took, you know, a few minutes to get that all cleared out. But all of these warnings that come with this stuff, I am now of the opinion that they are there because somebody has done it. Maybe not, maybe they haven't done it to that specific product, but it's been done before to a similar product, and so the manufacturer knows that they need to put this warning in there. And if you ever really pay attention to these things, some of them, if you read them with that understanding, it will boggle your mind as to the things people do that actually require a company to now have to put a warning. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling him, you know, how I was kind of chuckling at the fact that my DiGiorno's thin crust pepperoni pizza, which I absolutely love, the thin crust DiGiorno's pepperoni it's there. It's so good. Anyways, there's a warning. Actually, it's not on that one. It was on a different DiGiorno. Yeah, because a thin crust doesn't come with cardboard. It was on a different one that came with cardboard, and it's, of course, warning, ensure to remove cardboard before placing it in the oven. And it really did get me to thinking, who would do that? Who would honestly think that that is the correct procedure to keep the cardboard under your pizza while cooking? Like, I had to really give it some thought what kind of individual would do that. Now, then I remembered that a friend of mine back in college, many years ago, obviously, did that. And it wasn't because he thought that it was a good idea or that it would make the pizza taste better or anything like that. He just wasn't paying attention and tossed the old, I think it was in the days when tombstones were like really the bomb, right? I mean, I remember many years ago, tombstone frozen pizzas were just, it was basically the go-to. I'm pretty sure it was a tombstone. And yeah, he popped that bad boy in the oven with the cardboard, and it didn't turn out well, you know. It didn't burn the dorm down. It didn't do anything crazy like that, but it smoked so bad and just stunk so bad. And I remember, oh, Brad. There you go, buddy. You know what? I think, isn't there a... this thing does not like it. Isn't there a way... Wait, are we... Let's connect. I think there's a way to... Yeah. Drop that front thingy down. There we go. Look at that. Now we can... Oh, it went right through. Oh, no, it didn't like that. I want to do that again. Oh. All right, stop screwing around. I don't know. But yeah, it smoked something awful. It smelled horrible. It was pretty darn close to the old burnt popcorn. And he got in some trouble. Yep. And of course, not just trouble, but took a few weeks for him to live that nonsense down. So I always remember that when I ask myself who is dumb enough to put their pizza in the oven with cardboard. I immediately think of Kyle. Yes, his name was Kyle. Kyle was a good guy. Tender heart. Kind of like Chad. Had a soft heart. Maybe not sharpest tool in the shed, but he had a soft heart. He was if I remember right, he was a religious studies major, if I remember right. I was a music major, music ed major, and I think Kyle was a religious studies major, and we would get into some pretty good conversations. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. I wonder what ever happened to Kyle. I might have to look him up. I should probably fold up our gizmo. And I should probably run off the road. Oh, yeah, there it is. And let's fold that thing up. There we go. I don't know why I do these things when I know chances are pretty good I'm just going to have a wreck. Oh, I miss college. Oh, to do it over again. To do it all over again. If you're young, all I can say is lucky you. Chad. Oh, I think Chad's sleeping. It's past his bedtime. He usually tries to get to bed by 5 p.m. He likes to get a solid 16 hours of sack time, if possible. Try not to disturb him. He looks so cute when he's all cuddled up in his crate. He's all swaddled. He's loving those packing peanuts, by the way. I can't believe how much he loves those packing peanuts. He can't choke on them. Like I said, we got the dissolvable peanuts. So if he does, you know, get to chewing on them at night, they just dissolve in his mouth. And if they do get as far as his throat, they eventually dissolve and he's fine. So we're thinking about trying to hook him up for a trip to see Gwen's Italian cousin this summer. I might do a GoFundMe for Chad. There's another one. What is the other one besides GoFundMe? There's another Help Me I Need Money website, isn't there? I forget what it is. Maybe it's not even GoFundMe. Something. I forget. I'll have to look that up. Helpchad.com. Maybe that's what we need to do. Just a simple helpchad.com. All right, let's get dumping. Hopefully. Yes, thank you. Now we can add a little bit of cash in our pocket. Pay off maybe a little bit of the hired help that we had to pay for. Completes that contract. I don't think there's another forage contract at the moment. Fertilizing, liming. Let's hit the X key a few times. Nope. Nothing new there. I guess we don't really have to return this equipment yet. As long as we get it completed and returned by midnight, we're in good shape. I should know well enough by this point, though, that I'll probably forget. Hopefully I won't. I don't think we're going to get a new forage contract popping up, but we can hang on to it for a little bit longer. Oh, you know what? I forgot to set the time back. Well, looky there. We've been running at the old... Wow, that chewed up our day pretty good, Brad. Nice job, buddy. How many of you noticed that I forgot to set our time back to 6 instead of 10? Thanks for letting me know. I know you guys will. Or would if you were here. A little smack on the back of the head. Hey. Set that time back. Great demand at Agro Grain. For what? What do you want, Agro Grain? I actually don't have anything to give you, Agro Grain. I don't think we have anything in our silo at the moment. We do have some bales. Actually, our farm was back there, wasn't it? I reckon we don't have to. We'll go back to the farm. Actually, you know what? We'll go back to our double wide, our single wide. We're going to call this an episode anyways. This will give me a chance to maybe catch a little lunch, late lunch, maybe even take a little nappy poo, and we'll call it good. Thanks everyone again for joining me. Thanks for putting up with my nonsense and for hearing me out as always. You guys are all awesome. Really appreciate you very much. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. That would be much appreciated. And of course, as always, subscribe if you'd like. Also, you can join our Discord. Become a member of the channel, and you will also have access to our multiplayer server. Not sure if I'm forgetting anything, but once again, just know that I appreciate every single one of you. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow for some more American Falls antics. And as a reminder, if you do figure out how Mr. Squiggles' enhanced water mod works, I would love to hear from you. It looks kind of cool. I just couldn't figure it out. So there's that. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.